Hello, everyone. Psychic medium Valerie K here. Oh my gosh, I've been thinking of you. These are crazy times we are in right now, and I hope all of you have been doing okay. I know that in February, I was really pushing the sanctuary time, learning to ground better, becoming more aware of how often we should be grounding down, because Spirit told me there was something coming up that we were all going to need to help ourselves handle things better. And Spirit is always right. And here we are. Please, if you enjoyed that, or if you found that it helped, or are curious about it, then keep practicing it in March. We are going to be needing it for a half year. So please continue what you're doing. Find new ways to ground down or have sanctuary time. Like I said, I cleaned closets, I cleaned my fridge, and last weekend I replaced the floor with peel and stick planks. It looks great. It was, physical, but I didn't need a saw because nobody wants me with a saw. But it's great. And now when I look at it, I'm just so happy. Just like my clean fridge. I open it up and I'm happy. So just find things to do for yourself. And also for my empaths, I've been thinking of you too. Please remember to recognize what is your energy and what is the energy that from someone else that you've picked up. And also keep practicing your cleansing when you come home and have sanctuary time. Treat your house like a sanctuary, a big protective bubble from all that crazy energy that's going on out there. So we are in the year of the fire horse now. And this happens every 60 years. The year of the horse happens every 12 years. The year of the fire horse is an amped up year of the horse, and it is particularly for change. And aren't we ready for change? So that's what's going on right now. I also promised my guides that I wasn't going to hold back now in this year of the fire horse. I am just going to speak and share what I see, feel, and hear, and not hold back like I have been a little bit. So if this is something that you don't enjoy, then you can just go to another channel, because that is what I'm going to be doing. For the rest of you, I hope it helps you to cope with things. It just really seems to make a difference if you can be around other people that can commiserate with you, talk, just have valid, intelligent conversations about things. So last week, I was going to do Q&A like I do. I did one a month ago. And in that Q&A, I did say that Christy Nome and Pam Bondi were going to be scapegoats and going to be gone. And then last week, lo and behold, Christy Nome was switched to a different agency and is no longer where she was. I still believe that Pam Bondi is going to be gone at some point. And also Kash Patel. I think in September, I said that I was told he's been sharing some things that he shouldn't necessarily be sharing, and he's just not doing as good of a job as he should. So he's going to be going too. And so I thought what I would do is address the questions that I was going to address last week, and then we'll get to the main questions that I'm getting now, which are Iran, what's going on, and also nukes. Also, I was going to say that Tellerico was going to win, and he did. He is a great candidate for the state of Texas. I do believe he's going to be very successful. All right, so the first question that I was going to talk about is Epstein files. When are they going to be released? Will they ever be released? Yes, they are going to be released fully, but it's going to be I'm getting like 4 years, 4 to 5 years. However, there are some countries in Europe that currently have files. They're bad. And particularly France, they have some files. It's not just, he wasn't just in the United States and his island in New Mexico. He also had homes in other countries as well. And then this summer I had said, before Todd Blanche had even gone to speak to Ghislaine Maxwell, I had said that she was going to be working a deal with this presidency. So far, it's still on track. She is keeping her part of the bargain. She is not saying anything. When she went in to testify, she just pled the fifth, I believe. And in her mind, she is going to end up living in Europe at some point. Is there anything going on with Cuba? Yes, I was told Cuba. It was really random. I was told Cuba a while ago. There are boots on the ground in Ecuador, and the plan is for like a takeover of Cuba similar to Venezuela. Venezuela went really well for them, and they're hoping that Cuba will too. Then the next question, number 3, is, and this was asked to me when the Board of Peace was first formed. Should we be afraid of the Board of Peace? Is this something that they are going to try to rule? No, the Board of Peace is a grift. That's it. Number 5, what is going to happen with, I guess it's not Prince Andrew anymore, it's Andrew Mountbatten of Windsor. So randomly, I was told that King Charles is scheduled to come over to the United States this spring at some point. And if he does, Andrew is going to be a part of that conversation. Andrew knows things, first of all. So the conversation is going to be, can Andrew be allowed to come to the USA or like the U.S. Virgin Islands, place like that? Number 6, what is going to happen with Russia? Well, eventually Putin will be gone, and the new government, the people that form it, want Navalny's family to help in it or with it or to form it. And that will be more of a democratic nation then for the people. And that is what I'm getting. And the people are a lot happier. So as far as Iran, I watched the 2 dignified transfers, which were heartbreaking. And the first one, Trump went and he wore his white hat, his merch. He had on merch, and he didn't even take the hat off for the dignified transfer. Seriously, I could not believe it. And that's a really bad look, and that's really offending fellow GOP members and also service people, soldiers. It was appalling. It was appalling. I was furious. And then the last one was JD Vance and Hegseth were there, and they were not wearing hats. They were much more dignified about the dignified transfer. It's heartbreaking. I'm so sad for the families. God rest them, rest in heaven. So when it first happened, I asked Spirit, how long is this going to go on? And I was shown the number 4. So I was hoping it was 4 days. Well, that hasn't happened. So obviously the next best would be 4 weeks-ish. Let's hope that that's the next best scenario. He called it yesterday at the press conference, he called it an excursion. an excursion. The president called Iran an excursion. This is not a holiday. This is not a holiday. I do believe he meant incursion, but I mean, come on, really, seriously. Anyway, hopefully it's 4 weeks and then the cleanup happens after that. I just want someone to tell him, okay, we can save face by saying we did it and now let's get out. Let's all hope for that. Last time I talked, I said Spirit told me we need to buckle up our seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It is going to be a bumpy ride, but on the other side, it's going to be so much better, so much better. So it's going to be crazy for a little bit, but come this summer, things culminate and it starts to get better. In the fall, it's going to be a blue wave. But this summer, astrologically, this wonderful country is a Cancer. We are going to remember what our wonderful country was founded on and go back to it. This all needed to happen when he was elected. I was inundated with questions about what is going on, how did this happen? And so I asked because I was the same way, I'm like, what is going on? And my spirit crew said, this is just necessary for everyone to realize that he is only in it for himself and his Epstein class buddies. It's a hard lesson that we are learning, but apparently in the grand scheme of things, it's necessary for our country to get back to the way it was. Everything is going to be bouncing out. It was like this, and then it's going to bounce out as we move forward. Also, there's not going to be a nuclear war. The other terrestrials, they told me to call them that. Most people call them extraterrestrials. They will not allow a nuclear war. Yes, Homo sapiens on Earth need to learn their own lessons and have free will. However, a nuclear war or nukes affect the universe. So if you've heard or watched TV about UFOs being seen by bases, by military, yeah, they're keeping an eye on things. Yes, it's been happening for a long time. They've been here forever. And they've seen us progress, and they're just keeping an eye on things. So we do learn our own lessons. That's part of our life plan. But don't worry about nuclear war. It will not happen. And I think that about does it for the questions for this time. I don't want the video to be too long. So if you have any questions coming up, please let me know. And I think that I am going to just pop on more often to just check in with all of you to make sure that you realize you're not alone, that we are all in this together. We are all in this together. And go from there. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for popping in and visiting with us. Please like and please subscribe and share. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Take care of yourselves.